to go? All right, we'll get started. Welcome back. Season 6, Boston FC, first day of preseason. Joined by head coach Nico Estévez. We have exactly 15 minutes with Nico before we'll transition to Danny to get everybody to their 10:30 team meeting on time. So just to make sure we can get to everyone, we'll ask to limit yourselves to one question per person the first go around, and if we have any extra time, we'll come back around. But whoever wants to start us off can go ahead.
I guess, how do you approach a season where you want to be playing essentially 11 months from now, and you have a 10-month or you have a 2-month break in the middle of it?
Well, I think it's a good question, but first of all, I would like to say Happy New Year to everyone. It's nice to see everyone here again. And especially, I would like to mention Alex, that I found out that he's maybe leaving, right? You're going finally to that destination, to my country? Okay. Then he's going to Spain, and I just wanted to thank you the respect that we always have had throughout this time, and I wish him all the best. And if he needs any suggestion on restaurants, he can always ask me. About that question, it's a tricky one. It's a really good question because in this off season, I remember talking with some of the staff members. We were a little bit spread in the off season, obviously, and this was the first question that I asked myself, right? Because it's kind of like if a team doesn't do well in the first part of the season, kind of they have time to reset the team, have a nice preseasons, reset, and then attack the second part of the season in a different way. And the other side, you can start really well, and then suddenly you get a little bit confident and too much confident about what you did in the first part of the season, and relax, and then it's a long period. You can lose a little bit of all the momentum that you had, and the second part of the season can look a little bit different. Then it's gonna have to be a good exercise from us, having a good time to disconnect because it's a long period, but a really good time also to push the guys.
Just taking a look overall at the roster at this point, just how do you feel about some of the changes and some of the guys you've been able to retain?
Well, I think we're in the right path of what we want to build, and obviously still areas and spots to fill, and we see how everything goes. Sometimes I think last year we were very quick on doing everything. This year the market has changed a little bit, and the movements we were able to do quick movements before the January, and now we have to be very thorough about what movements we're gonna make next to strengthen the team. We want to have a better roster. We want to have a better team, and this is Rodo can help you on more detail on that.
What were some of your off-season goals, and were you able to check off some of those things on your top of your list?
Well, I think it's always good to reflect about what you did the past season in order to set the goals and set the standards and how we want to approach this year, obviously. And we feel in a whole year there were positives and negatives. We also felt like in 2 moments of the season that are really positive for the club, like playing a final and making the playoff, and we were all very happy about it. We fell short, and then it's how we take that experience and we push ourselves, and we push ourselves on being ambitious. Of course, to win something, you have to make the right things and be in the right spots to do it. We were able to lose those moments because we were in the final and in the playoff. Then the first step, as always, is making the playoff. We have 3 competitions. We are very excited about all the 3 competitions. It's going to be challenging to handle for the roster, and we can use that experience from last year to handle better. And as I always said, is first thing is put the team in a position. After, you can think about what you can do. But if you are not in the position to win something, you cannot talk about winning. Then the first step is how we build this group this team in order that we put them in a good position to attack something.
Talking about tactics, formations, and everything, recently Brendan Vasquez said that he's hoping to get back in time for the game against Miami to open their new stadium and give them some bad news. How are you looking at building the tactical shape of the team? Are you wanting to build things so that Brendan can slot back into it, or are you having to make decisions knowing that you have 3 competitions, whether he's ready to come back in April or not?
Well, I think obviously Brandon is doing a really good job on the recovery side. He's now in a 5.5 months. Usually it's 9 month type of time that you need to recover, not to fully play a 90-minute games, just to recover from the injury and be able to maybe train fully with the team and then start playing some minutes in some games. Obviously, when you come into from a long period injury and you didn't have a preseason, you didn't have friendlies to play, and you have to play in competition, is a little bit also more difficult to gain those minutes. He's doing a really good job, but we have to go step by step. And then when he is in, we'll be ready for everything. And I think last year helped us to learn with him how we want to play, and when he wasn't on the field, how we adapted to that.
Coach, in the offseason, the team made 2 important moves. You keep Dani Pereira and you keep Owen Wolf long term. That's the midfield core. What can you say about those 2 young guys? Their potential is through the roof. So what are Austin FC's plans with those 2 guys?
Then push them having more responsibility. You know, it's beautiful to have a new contract and have a different status in the team and all these things, but it also comes with responsibility. How you push yourself to be the best version of yourself, and how you push your teammates and help your teammates to the team perform in a better level. Then we're really happy because those 2 players, as you say, are key players for the Austin FC, and it's kind of like you sign 2 new players, but it comes with responsibility, and I think we'll help them to share that responsibility, me first as a coach, and help them to put themselves in a position to succeed.
Coach, you're coming off your first year here. What's the mentality you come into this season with starting day 1 here?
Well, I think the energy is the most important thing, right? And then I think body language, energy, having that positive mentality is the first step. Now it's how we build a culture, how we want to behave on and off the field as a team, how we demand ourselves the best that we can, and then this is the ABC. The ABC has to be us as a professional, first me and the staff and the players and individually, how they can be the best version of themselves, how we can be the best version of ourselves, how we can be the best, how we can contribute to build and protect a great culture. And then from there, we'll talk about tactics and we'll play well or we'll play this way or wherever. But first is how we are a very strong team that in the difficult moments of the season, we can bounce back and we can respond.
What's something that you don't know about this year's team yet that you hope to learn in these first few days?
Well, I think I always expect the best from the players. Then I expect more from the players that were here last year, and I expect really good things from the players that just joined. And I think pushing our players and seeing them performing a better level than they did last year, and with the new ads and helping the team, I expect we can have more consistency on performing in a highest level.
Nico, we got to know Mirto last year. So much of his personality is so predicated on his performance on the field, and it seems like he carries a lot of that with him. Do you think that is a healthy way for him to approach the game, and what do you hope his approach might be this year?
Well, I think as every human being and us as a person, we learn throughout our experiences, and I think he probably reflect about how much pressure he put himself since he arrived, and I think that it didn't help him to fully play free and comfortably. I think we got him in a good spot throughout the middle of the season and come with that. And I think he felt again the responsibility in the key moments for the team. And I just have a conversation with him yesterday about how we're going to approach the season, what things we have to change, and how I can help him to perform in those key moments better, you know. And I take full responsibility on now knowing him better, how I can help him better. And I hope the work that we do and I do with him throughout this season, it will help him in those key moments to perform in the level that he wants to perform.
Just a quick availability check for I guess day one training. Who's here? Who's not here? And then is there anybody that's not healthy besides Brandon?
In life, you have to be prepared. Okay, we have Nelson with Canada in a national team camp. He will finish the camp on the 18th, and then he will join the team the 20th. I will give him a couple of days off because he had the longest season if any player in this building had so far. And he came earlier here. He's super committed. He was here January 3rd, already organizing where he's gonna live, knowing everything, doing his training here with our staff, getting ready for Canada camp, like top pro, top mentality. Then I know how long is the preseason, and he already has started earlier. Then he needs a couple days, but he will be off. We have Svatok and Hader O'Brien with immigration things already planned. Svatok is getting hopefully his green card during this week, and O'Brien also his visa to come back here. Owen has a doctor appointment today. It's something that a discomfort he had throughout the whole season last year, and we were dealing well with him. And he has a review that it was planned also, but he will be we'll know after the doctor appointment when he's back. Mirto yesterday in some of the testing and had a minor calf injury. Then he will be a couple days off, and then he will rejoin the team during this week. And then, as I said, Brandon, you will see him on the warm-up with the team, on the passing exercises. As we are through the next weeks and months, you will see him participating more in different training sessions. Other than that, this is what we have right now.
Coach, last year the club did an open practice. This year, season ticket holders are going to get to see a friendly with NYCFC. What can those season ticket holders expect to see? What do you think is good about people getting to see that?
I mean, I think as we said last year when we opened, I think involving our season ticket members, our fans, and the people that loves the club and always support us, is good them to see the players preparing. You know, you cannot expect the best version of the team at that point. We also would like to mix the players, try different combinations with partnerships in the starting 11 or in the two groups that will play, and we'll manage 45-45 or 60-60 depending what New York City also what point of the physical part they are. But preparation and probably excitement for the fans to see their players and the team back to the field.
All right, we got to wrap Nico's section there to keep us on schedule. Thanks, Nico.
All right, thank you guys.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
Tell us, about this on how you're seeing it. This is a long-term deal for you. Austin FC is the place where you call home. So take us through this new deal. How do you feel?
Yeah, I mean, just kind of just staying here, this is only my first, it's been my only team, and like I said it before, it's a home for me, home for my family. I'm comfortable here. I have everything pretty much here, and this is where I like to be for the next couple of years. So, yeah, that's the why.
You and Owen got the big news in this offseason. So, how do y'all feel? We know that both of you guys have a great friendship, partnership also. So, how does he feel about all this also?
Good as well. I mean, this has only been his only team as well, and we're kind of in the same boat. He's just a little younger than me. And for him, it's still developing, still getting better. He's still has a lot more to grow and get better at, and he sees it, I think, the same way, kind of just being here, developing here a little more. And I don't know if you want to ask him questions about his future, then ask him.
Thanks, Danny. What do you played against Nelson and Rosales? What do they bring to the club?
Yeah, I think Jaden, fast guy on the wing. He's gonna cause some trouble. Just play behind the line for stuff for him, and he has that international experience as well with Canada. And we're excited for him and we welcome him to the team. And for Rosales, good left back. He can play left back. He can play in the midfield as well. I remember playing against him a bunch of times in the midfield. So he brings quality on the ball as well, security, and they're good additions to the team. So.
How do you build off of some of the success you guys had last year with making the playoffs in the U.S. Open Cup final? And then if you could answer that in English and Spanish.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, it's going to be a little difficult because it's not easy to make it to the playoffs. Obviously, our goal is to win the MLS Cup, win every single trophy that we play for, truly. It's just not an easy task. It's by doing baby steps, win it game by game, and this year I think we have the international break, the World Cup break, and so I think we have the games after the World Cup. So it'll be like, how can we stay in shape during that break and not lose the rhythm? But it'll be a good year for us. Brought people. We're excited. We're all ready to get at it and just kind of do what we did last year, but even better. So hopefully bring a trophy this year. So en español, va a ser un poquito difícil repetir lo que hicimos el año pasado, porque se hace de paso a paso, partido a partido. No es muy fácil, por lo menos este año tenemos el break del Mundial, entonces va a ser un poquito difícil continuar ese ritmo después del Mundial, pero hay que encontrar la manera de cómo podemos hacer eso y nada, este año va a ser, todos estamos muy ansiosos por volver, ya queremos empezar a entrenar, trajimos nuevos jugadores y nada, estamos emocionados por empezar.
Talked about some of the new guys' on-field skills. Have you gotten much of a chance to get to know these guys yet? Tell us, new guys, old guys, everybody who's here, what are the vibes like? How are things looking to kick off for 26?
Yeah, I mean, Jaden and Rosales, we've played against them, so we kind of know what they bring to the table. The draft picks, we haven't trained. Today will be our first training, so we'll see how they do. I'm sure they're good. And it's a process for them as well. I was a draft pick, and they're just excited. They're eager. They just want to be out there playing. They're good kids as well. I've met them, and I'm sure they'll bring talent and quality to the first team or the second team. It's a process. You never know. It's not really up to me if they stay on the team, but we're excited for everyone that's come in. Preseason is going to be a test, and you got to earn your spot. Not everyone has their spot secure on the starting 11 and on the 18. So we're just excited to come back.
What's the heads up that you give to the new guys about places to eat, places to go, stuff to do in town? What's your go-to? How do we know that somebody's Danny's friend?
I mean, if they play COD with me, if they play Warzone, that's how they're my boys. But nah, just go outside. Right now it's not cold, but maybe during the summer when it heats up, just go paddleboarding. I don't know, go South Congress, get a coffee, eat. It's a lot of things to do downtown. So.
What, if any, other options were presented to you this off-season, and is Europe still something that you look at as a goal for the future of your career?
Wait, what was?
What other options in terms of, were you informed of any interest for a transfer or any other contract options? And is Europe still a goal of yours?
No, I mean, this was going to be my option year, and it just came down to negotiating how long I wanted to be here, if I wanted to be here, and that's it was talk back and forth for a couple months, and I finally decided to sign for a kind of long term, and I'm happy where I am, and excited to be back here again.
This time a year ago, you and this team was heading into a new season, also having to get used to a new head coach and a new staff. How are things different this year? With Nico and the staff, knowing that you guys know what they're about now, and you can just kind of go in and kind of full steam ahead.
Yeah, I think it's about we kind of know how his staff works in terms of like in the gym or games or trainings. So it's kind of everyone getting on the same page and, you know, just trying to get better from last year. Truly, that's all it is. Preseason is going to be a good test for us to see where we kind of are with the new additions. So I'm sure we'll be a lot better than last year.
What are some goals that you have for this year, Danny, and ambitions of yours and the teams going into this new year?
I mean, my goal is to win a trophy. If it's either Open Cup, Leagues Cup, or MLS Cup, you know, I've been here since the beginning, so I think that's just in the back of my head, you know, all the time. Like, just want to bring something to the city because the city has given a lot to me, and that's the least I could do for the city, just bring a trophy. But you know, it's game by game, training by training, so a lot of work to do to get there. So.
You just said you feel like you guys will be a lot better this year. Why do you feel that way?
Because I think the new additions, I know it's only a few, but last year we brought a lot of new players as well. We all had to get used to each other, which we kind of did at the end a little bit. So I think that's why we're getting used to each other, to coach the new players, new international players, getting to know the league. And I think this year they're going to know what the league is about, what every game takes, and that's why I think we'll be better.
You've been through this cycle a number of times. What's your favorite part about this part of the season?
I think preseason, just everyone's back, everyone's happy to be back, everyone's ready to train. During the season, you know, moods change, you know, people's moods change because you're not playing, because you could be dealing with outside stuff, you could be losing games, you could not be playing. So right now everyone's just happy to be back, and I know the trainings are going to be fun, they're going to be happy, buys are going to be up, so I think that's what I'm happy about.
Danny,
you've been here
had
since
a couple of months off, but it's a really long season, man. Like, what's the pace at which you as an individual in this team would like to go at, you know, to make sure you're in the position that you want to be in towards the end of the season?
Yeah, I mean, right now it's about getting in shape. I think we're all in different stages right now of in shape. Some guys are high up there, some guys are not good. Like I said, it's training by training. That's what preseason's for. Kind of get into all in the same page, and you know, games will dictate how the season goes. You know, like if you're going on a winning streak, that could change a lot of things. You know, winning 3 games here, 4 games in a row, could put you up in the stands. Yeah, that's fine.
And then we'll finish with yours.
You referred to the draft picks as kids. You used to be that kid.
I don't know.
You're not a kid anymore. You've been here since day one.
Yeah.
Tell us what compare the dynamic and the vibes in the locker room with this group right now to years past, since you've seen all of that, and then since you are becoming a more established member of the team, what do you see as your role in that dynamic?
Yeah, I mean, when I came here, I looked up to every single player in 2021. You know, I was always asking questions or trying to ask questions. I told the draft picks to, like, you know, just relax, enjoy it. I know it's new, I know you want to do good, I know you want to shine, you want to show what you got, but just take it step by step, you know, like just take it easy. If you have any questions, you can come up to me. And you know, like I said, they're like 18, 19 years old. They just want to play. This is what they left for. And you know, me, that I'm 25 now, and I've been here the longest with Brad and all the other guys that have been here since the beginning. We're kind of all into a leadership role now that we've been here since the beginning. So we kind of have to show up for everyone, lead the group, and I think that's what we're gonna do this year. So.
When are you guys taking the boys trip to Mirto's Hotel?
Sorry. Thank you guys.
Thanks to Mike.